administration though, but on campus I was the vice secretary for TUSA. Okay. I later became the national secretary too for TUSA. Yeah, so.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. So with me, I was the past vice president, and then I became the past president. Then also I was the CCR teaching coordinator, right? Yes. Yes. So CCR president. So this platform is like you are not happy. That's how I recognize it.
So we will be asking them questions about their life after the university and how things are going, so that we also learn from them. So if you have any question, then let us know. You raise your hand so that I pass the microphone to you so that you ask. So if you don't have question, my question is, what was your first job after graduation? It's the general question. So any of you can answer. You can see.
So I was fortunate when I was in school. I got a job opportunity when I was in level 300. So
okay.
I was a technician for job engineering. Then later on, I did my national service at the same place. And I was employed after the national service. So
God has blessed you. Mr. Philip on the council.
Okay, so unfortunately, me, I'm still jobless. Okay, yes, but I do alala. Okay, so I don't
the alala.
Okay, so when I was on campus, I also began designing. As you all know, I'm a trained civil engineer, so I began with designing, building designs and small. How do you even say it? Land surveying. Yes. So after school, when I realized that the system was hard, I decided to do something for myself. So I registered a company, and since then I have been working for myself. Okay. Yes. So now we have a team that we work together. Okay. Yeah.
So if any of us want to join the team, you can contact me. Madam.
Okay, for me, after completed HND, I just continued my BTech. So after the BTech, by God's grace, then I got a job at St Mathew Church.
Thank you very much. Do you of us here have a question or? Yes, sir.
Don't say make a question. That's the section is about question and answer, so they should ask questions. Then they have to ask questions.
That's the beginning of our program. So it's mandatory for us to ask questions.
Yes.
Okay.
If they don't ask questions, then they will not put questions further.
Yeah, you ask questions, they answer.
I thought maybe they will say something then.
No, not just say that. You can ask about
When you ask the question, they will explain what.
after school.
It's good that you got those opportunities, but I think that opportunity value comes like this too. There might be some sacrifice or certain things that you're going through in order for you to obtain this opportunity, because people may get opportunity maybe due to certain things they won't get those positions that you got. So what are some of the things that you went through, or what aided or assisted you in getting those opportunity to be where you are?
So my own it was great, as I said earlier. I think it's the year 2020 when COVID came. I was in the house, so I called a friend I knew who works at that place. So when I called her, he said, "Well, I can come." Unfortunately, the guy who was in my job now left, and I got the opportunity. But one thing I would say is selfless. You should be able to serve. You should be able to learn. You not always money. Nowadays, you have to know how much they will pay me, how much I will get. That thing, when you get the opportunity, so that is selfless thing is the main thing that I have to get. Then, respect too. Respect. Some of us, so we are all youth, so when you respect your elders, or maybe I will say eldest person, I will say maybe the one who is in charge of you. So you know where you find yourself. My own, for example, the person I came to meet. When I asked anything, he said, no, he won't teach me. Think of when maybe he's no more, I'll take in charge. So he was the adamant when it comes to him teaching me. So I was ready to learn myself. I go to YouTube to learn some certain things. So just like that, learn how to learn yourself.
Thank you. What I would also say is that, just like the program for yesterday, the presentation was all about, you have to prepare yourself for the opportunity, and you should also know where your interest is. In my case, I don't struggle to be with a computer. It's something I don't struggle to do. I can be by the computer for long hours. So when I realized that, I decided to take advantage of that. And fortunately, the opportunities that came my way whilst on campus, in terms of where I did my attachment, I was also encouraged to take software studies very serious in my field. So back to campus, I was studying the softwares, not for good CGPA, but for life. And so when people that I met whilst on campus and after off campus, like the man that spoke to us yesterday, and then Father and few other people, the first thing I do is that I tell them what I know and what I can do. So once I say that, they tend to give me sort of a trial. Okay, it doesn't come that big, but then if you are able to deliver and they see that you are young, first of all, they know because you are young, the experience is not there. So if you're able to deliver and it is beyond how they imagine that you could do to that level, then they begin to have certain interest in you. So next time you realize that they will call upon you when there's another opportunity, and then you deliver that one too, and it goes like that. So you raise the die and you make sure you succeed where you are, and it comes again, you succeed with that one too, and then it goes on like that. And just as my brother said, the grace of God, it is by God's grace, yes. So I also realized that it wasn't based on what I know alone. It is also based on the grace of God. Because there were some opportunities that came my way, honestly speaking, I didn't deserve them. But they somehow found their way on my path, and then we took advantage of it. So that is what I will say to that. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So thank you very much. My question is, how is the pressure after school? Because our parents have paid millions of cedis for our school fees, and now we are not working. So I want to know how the pressure is. Thank you.
As yesterday, what we learned, everything you need to plan. For me, instant, when I was in school, one thing I want to do is, after school, I want to go to military. Second, I want to be tourism, Ashanti African tour, working with Ashanti African tour wasn't in mind. Because two things was in mind. going to military or migration. That is the thing. Now I got to know that going to military, it wasn't easy because we need to pay some amount of money to people. So at that time, I need to sit down and think. So if I couldn't get to job, what I'm going to do? You need to plan from the crèche. So I sit down and I think that after tourism, I can do a lot of things. I can teach, I can cook, I can do a lot of things. So when someone sent me the form that, hey, this company, they are looking for someone to work. And I tell it, me, I'm not good in computer. I just go there, I just sent my application there. I'm not good in computer, but I wanted to learn. So anything, Kakra helped me, Fremont will help me. Typing, it wasn't easy, but the job, what they are requesting for it, the typing aspect, because when I went for the interview, the man is white man, and they tell me, whatever that the man asked me, I can say, what he said that, oh, you are good in theory, but the practical aspect, the man gave me a laptop to type my letter. He gave me some minutes to type the letter. That day, I couldn't because I was in hurry. The pressure, it wasn't easy because I was praying that, so what if I couldn't type on that minute? And by God's grace, the manager too was a Catholic. And when you see the scapular in my name, say, Emma, so which area can I say Catholic? What he said that, oh, but then let's give the job to you, you can do it. But that time, I couldn't finish typing the letter, but just by God's grace. So everything, you need to plan from the church. Everything, we plan, oh, what if I couldn't get the job? Maybe this one too can help. What if I couldn't do this? This too can help. And our parents, sometimes when you sit down and tell them everything, sometimes they understand. I'll take my mom for example. When you completed school, I told my mom that, Mom, when you're going to university is different from going to teacher training, whereby after school they will post you to anywhere. So my mom understands that, oh, going to university, you find it difficult to get a job. But for God, what he said that, Emma, everything you need to pray about it, wherever that you agree. And now the thing is, as we don't respect our parents, so if you can't, when you vacate and go there, sometimes you cannot sit down and tell your mom nothing. Even sometimes your mom didn't know that you have completed school, or maybe you are on vacation. So everything you need to pray. When we are praying, tell God that God, when we are in school, I was in this position. I worked for you. I've done everything. So don't leave me. Everything needs to be in prayer. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Then you have to make the sister for prayers.
Okay, what I'll also add to what my sister is saying is that the struggle and the suffering after school is real and it is valid. That's notwithstanding, God is also real and valid. And you can't also substitute skills for praying alone. You can't substitute skills for praying alone. So, for us in the technical university, for instance, most of us are fortunate that the programs that we are reading, they are practical programs. Most of us. And even with those that are not reading practical programs, you still have the chance to get some practical skills. Because day in, day out, we mingle with those reading the practical programs. So what I would say is that if after school you have a skill, you can begin with that. Let's just say that you read a program that is more of a theoretical kind, okay? And after school, opportunities are not coming and you have some practical skills, you can begin with that. Because right after school, you realize that paying light bill, that from your pocket, is real. they will not send you money for that. And even if it comes, there are terms and conditions. When your NSS money comes, try and pay some of it. Okay. But if you have a skill, you can be earning small as a side job in addition to the national service that you are doing. And then when with time you realize that you find it more interesting, you can develop it, then you gain mastery, okay, after school. Because if your focus is on the pain, the struggle, the suffering, it becomes part of you. So you wake up and then you begin to think, what will I eat? Who will get me a job? How am I going to get data to maybe get the updates on site and all that? Meanwhile, there's another guy somewhere thinking of how can I put this skill together to give me money? You get it? So once you are praying, you are meditating on the word of God, being consistent in all the church works, you don't substitute that for a skill. Make sure you know how to do something before you leave campus so that can help you. Another thing I would say is that after school, if the small opportunity comes, try and then utilize it well. Because sometimes they don't come so rosy. But then you realize that if you are able to utilize it well, it will grow. It will open better doors for you, and then you realize that you are making more. We don't want to quote figures, and we don't want to speak in parables as well. But from what we are seeing, it is from personal experience. So the suffering is real, yet God is also real and valid. So if you know how to do something, you can start from there, and then God will also help you. That is what I would say.
So I'll just add more to what I said. So we're interested in first class nowadays. Well, so first class, first class, upper, it's cool. Like now, I can be whereby Pascal is very important. I have some students in my workplace. They can't even tell the difference between concrete and water. But then you have to doing a body. So imagine having these students at your workplace. What would they add to your product? So just try and mingle the theory with the practicals. If we are medical students, the practical is very important. So the same thing. So please let our test also be on the practical rather than always theory. When you go to the working area, you are not going to apply the practicals. So the theory, the practical is what they need, not the theory.
Thank you very much. So my question here is, how did your school experience prepare you for your current job?
This one, frankly speaking, the school, I will say 40%. That's very more than you. Because where I'm working right now, we did swimming. Those who are doing both and civil work are first to it that they are teaching us archaic swimming, chain swimming. Because we were using that thing 20 years back, but they're now teaching us on campus. So imagine find out yourself where I'm working. We were taught with chain surveying, and we are using puff machines to do their surveying. How can you cope with it? You can't. So you have to learn. We always have to learn. So there's no end to learning. When it comes to where we find ourselves, always have to learn. Because they are building new machines, new softwares that you have to learn always. So I would say maybe 60-50%, but the rest of it I learned myself.
Okay, thank you very much.
Me too, I would say that when I was in school, when I was on campus, I was very drunk. You see, I was one drunk boy on campus. Because if you are not John, you can't do much. Like coming to church all the time, being consistent with church activities, like service, okay, being consistent in serving. You have to have a certain level of John mentality to be able to deliver. Because you can't share the platform like that. I believe I'm not speaking in parables. Yes. So like all the programs on campus, you can't enjoy them and then also say here like you really wish to do that in addition to academic work. You will have to choose some of them, and as we all know, when you choose the one for which reason you are on campus, the tag is you are done. So yes, and that's what I would say. But then that notwithstanding, you realize that even though the program that we read, just like my brother was saying, some of the things that they were teaching us, they are archaic and all that. The theories, they don't change, okay? It's the theories that they build on to get the software. So, and then they get how do I, these algorithms and stuff that are coming. The theories, they don't change. So, what happens is that if you don't allow the school to somehow pass through you, okay, it will go against you. You may not come out with a first class. I am not a first class student, but I am doing well in life by the grace of God. By the grace of God. And I am not also against people with first class, because the opportunities first class will get out, and I'll never get that opportunity. So if you are studying hard to get the first class, it is also good. But what I would say is that in all, you have to allow the school to pass through you. Yes, make sure that whatever reason why you are here, you achieve it. If you are here to get pregnant, make sure before you leave here you are pregnant.
Okay. Very necessary.
Yes, very necessary. And if you know that you are here, and then when you complete, popcorn where you are there, yeah, so that was just like the way, just to relieve the tension in the room. Okay, so if you're also here and your focus is you want to say get a grade that can help you get opportunities overseas, like what we discussed yesterday, take that one too serious. If you're also here and you're interested maybe starting your own thing after school, make sure that you tap into the tools, the resources, the human resources, okay, the skills that you need, the leadership skills, the confidence. If you are here, you want to do your own thing, but you don't want to engage yourself in things that will enhance your confidence capacity, okay, leadership skills. After school, it will be difficult, because that one you are out. People expect that you speak with confidence. The things you don't know, you say you know. Just to get a job, then you gather the people who knows to do it. You get it. So if you don't appear like who they are expecting, okay, or the level of maturity that they are expecting, it means that somehow you are failed. Or you are not going to get the entire results. So I would say that the theories and stuff may be archaic. Yes, that one, no two ways about it, because there are some, in our case, my brother and I, in our case, there are some softwares we use to work that it is not even known to the school. You get it? But the theories for building those softwares, they are intact, and our lecturers, they know it. So when they teach us and then you get the software, you only build on it and then you make a difference. So that is what I'll add to what my brother said. Thank you. me see, he's going for popcorn. Hey, where are some?
Okay. So, you were talking about combining church activities with academics. My question is, it seems everybody here has held some position in the church before. So, my question is, how were you able to combine the church duties and the academics, and at the end you were able to sail through? So with this multitasking, how did you do with it?
Executive, yes. So yeah, on campus. So I'm sure you will speak to it. Yes. It wasn't easy. I will have to admit that it's not easy, especially when you have a task in church that you are supposed to deliver, and at the same time you have to prepare for a midterm or an exam, and it appears you are stuck between which one to do and the one to leave behind. And you know that the church one is bound by time, and if you don't do it, you may somehow be disgraced or seen as you are not serious or something. And with the academics, you know the CCTU is not going well, you see, and a whole lot. I think in my case, unfortunately, the person that helped me most of the time is here, Brother Eben, and I want us to clap for him. Yes. Brother Eben did so well when I was on campus, and today I'll share one of our secrets. Anytime that yes, I'm dropping one. Anytime that there is a situation at hand which is beyond, my should I say comprehension? Yes, my comprehension, right? Yes, or beyond my capacity. Yes. I don't waste time. I just pick phone. Because when I saw him on campus, he came from UCC, and then I realized that he was different in terms of, not different as because he came from UCC, but different as in, I saw some things that I knew I could take him as a mentor. Okay, so anything that is beyond my capacity, I'll just pick phone. Being it church, being it academics, being it relationship issues. I'm sure we are not talking about relationships. I know we are all doing things. So being it about relationship stuff, academics or church work, I'll just call in. And sometimes I don't agree with what he is saying, but at a point I would realize that if I maybe take part of what he's saying and act on it, it would help. I'll give a typical example. When Father came, okay, we had then started building a structure for parks, the executives, accounts, and all those things. So things were not in order like how it has been upgraded to now. I believe this one, the executives will understand it more. So things were basa, and we had to start from somewhere. So there are times there will be so much challenges. I thought that will be on me. I ask you to do this. You are not doing it. You see, and academics too, I have to, they are giving you a lot of assignments. Those reading engineering, they know how it is. And I will be confused. So, and then some of my executives too were dormant. You give them what they will not do. My able secretary will fight, later she will come home and, we'll settle the issue. So when it happens like that, I'll just call Brian and he will tell me, get a structure. Just get a structure. After listening to me complain and do all those things for like 15-20 minutes, you just tell me, get a structure. Make sure that you build on a structure so that even after you have handed over, those that will succeed you, they will also not face the same problem. So try and do this, do that. And then we're like, okay, so I remember my time at first when they hand over, they will give you bags of books. Yes, so that you go home with it. And when you are going home, you hold them, you like, this is president's bag. You see, this is second's bag because it was packed. So that time I began with a soft copy, something. Try to everything that we do as of my time, we will scan them and began to keep it. So when I was handing over, I gave it to Gina. I don't know if it still exists, but so that was how I started with my structure. And even with how things are now, I can say that somehow it's better than how it used to be. You did not come to me the previous structure, so you may not understand it. But those that were here knows that there had been a massive change. So that was that. Saying all this, I want to say that you have to get a mentor, someone that you can look up to. Yesterday, there was a lot of emphasis on that, so I wouldn't speak much. Get a mentor. And then also, get your own mind active. Your own senses, get them active. If you know that you have mixed and you have work to do at church, and the mission is say tomorrow, you've not prepared enough, just delegate, right? Give it to someone. Give it to someone to do it. Study for the mission. When you are done, go for it. Check if there are changes. You either do it depending on how you want the quality, or you make the corrections and let the person do it. And don't be afraid as a leader to have few misunderstanding and all that with among yourself. It is part of the training. So if there's anything, there's a small quarrel, do it, but don't slap, don't slap, don't say things that will go beyond, the one that you can't forget. By the end of the day, try and settle it, and then you move on. To conclude, what I will say is get a mentor. That is what helped in my case. And in hard situations, delegate. Let someone do it. You come back and then you check. Thank you.
Yes, I want to add something at what Brother Fremont said. You need to have a mentor. Me, when I came to school, Sesima, I call him father, and Mr. Barbara, I call her my mother. Because everything, sometimes, some things that you need to speak to a man, and some things you need to speak to a lady. Okay, so when you get the position at church and also the CCR, you need to know sometimes you have a message and you are going for going for a conference and a meeting, there's a lot in CCR. And the thing they need to know, me, when I was in class, whatever the lecturer will say, I will just record it. I can't learn what the lecturer is saying unless when I go and sit down and read my books. And that reading the book, I can't learn in the let's say morning chapter. What I learn is the midnight. That one, whatever that I will learn, it will stick in my mind. So you need to sit down and think that in the morning what I learn, it will stick into my mind. And what I'm going to write the exam, I can write it well. So it's for you to do that check-up, because don't look at someone, because that people that you are from, that person, whatever the lecturer will say in class, it will stick to the person's mind. But for you, maybe you can sit down maybe for 6 hours, 7 hours before you can write something. So that one, you need to check on that one. And as Brother Fremont said, we were executive, and there is a task. I think you need to talk to one of the executives and give that tax here, and maybe the person who give that tax to you for you to come, maybe his father, you just tell father, this is what is going. So I'm giving it to this person. So that, and you know that person that you are giving the tax to, you must check that maybe the person can do it and do it well. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I can testify to what ex-president was saying when I came to Romana. I remember during our couple week, you guys had some meeting and we were discussing some issues, and it was wow. My question is, we have some challenges on campus and then also outside the world. So I want to know what motivated you guys in building your capacity or achieving what you've achieved today. That's my question. Okay, so I'll use myself as an example. When I was in 300, when I got a job opportunity, I was combining the job and the states at the same time. Imagine closing from class around 3 o'clock, go to work and come back around 9, sometimes 10 in the evening. Imagine how stressful it is. You have to combine it. But also, it's a nation. If you want to do, you can do it. So it depends on you, how you look at you are. But if opportunity comes, how to find opportunity to go out. But when I was writing exams, I have to come to home around sometimes 11. I'll go to hostel, come out to campus again, then I'll put on bed 3 in the morning. Then I'll go out to campus, then come back again in the morning, come again, before I write exams. So the person, I'll be that you are. Okay,
so just as I said in the first one, the challenges are there and the solutions are also there. So for me, where I'm coming from motivates me a lot. And I don't want to go back the same way I came. Yes, I don't want to go back the same way I came. So always I keep in mind where I am coming from. And I also keep in mind where I want to go. And there are times that I miss path. There are times I miss path, be it wrong decision, be it circumstances that comes my way. Some are planned, some are unplanned, but they all happen. But then, where I'm coming from and where I'm going is intact. So that is the guide. And I also have the Spirit of God in me. So He always guides me. Sometimes when I miss the path, you see, there are days we see that Bibi catch me there. Bibi catch me in short. Bibi catch me in short. The Spirit of God in you then will just tell you that maybe you are getting off the path or something, then you come back. So yeah, that has been my story. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Other question.
Okay, thank you. Please, my question is, I want you to share one difficult challenges on campus you faced and how you overcome it. And second, I want to know about your friendship relationship to on campus, how it helped you. Thank you.
I'll start my second question. So, about the friendship one, I was a kind of reserved guy before. So when after lectures, straight to hostel to have a watch movie. I'm kind of a movie guy. So I don't have so many friends on campus. Just those close with me. I'm cool.
I have to drink water before because this one. So my difficult moment on campus, was when I had a broken heart.
Oh, who was that?
Charlie, you know this. I'm trying to make it practical as possible. Not hiding anything so that if you are going to it, what you learn. It is real. About we before. Yes. So
You have one father.
if the same father than you. Okay, so yes, I think what was on campus, yeah, there was a time I was in a relationship. You know, it was the first serious, okay, something. So the zeal was there, the enthusiasm was there, everything was there, and the thing that so as the thing that it really affected me, and yes, when Ijapa, it really affected me from the time of its Ijapa. The last Japa was hell for me.
The meaning of Japa.
It cast. That's what I'm trying to say. So it affected my academics. It affected my spiritual life. It affected my finances. Okay, it affected my finances. But it also, you know, at first I used to be very slim. Very, very, very slim. So that time I decided to lift weights. Yes. That was when I began to lift weights. And I gained some muscle. So I would say that was my advantage, okay, to gain some, yes. And then also, it was at that time when a cast that I decided to prioritize myself first. Yes, prioritize myself first. It wouldn't be I love someone, but you don't love yourself. You know, I know some of you cook food that you don't eat for some people. Yes. So that was when
We know them.
Yes, we know them. That was when I stopped all that, and then I began to prioritize myself and be serious with my life. And it has been consistent from that time till now. So when you are in that situation or a similar one, my brother is in the same story. So when you find yourself in that situation, or you are finding yourself in that situation, it is real, and you can come out of it. You can start with maybe a hobby, something that will take your mind off that situation. It may not be a relationship. It may be you losing a loved person. Okay, and the attacks and the trauma, it's a lot. And it can even be that you are taking a risk. You know, it is not everybody that has the capacity to rewrite an exam. So when it gets there, you are down and everything. When that time comes, it is real, part of life. But you can also come out. One of the ways is set your mind on something different. Do something different from what made you found yourself in that one, and be happy. Learn to be happy. Learn to smile. Learn to be there for people. And within a short time, you forget. The second question was about friendship. I think that the church provides that opportunity for us, that as we are here, you try to socialize, okay? So yes, mingle. When you come to church, you make sure you talk to somebody, you smile and all that. And you don't hide what you do. What you know, don't hide it. When you do that, there will be an opportunity. Your friend will link, like my brother here. Sometimes I'll be there, you call me, Charlie, there's this way, we should go and look at it. Other times too. And then now we help ourselves, you see. So mingle. Thank you.
I will say something small.
Yeah, you can say that.
Me, I'm free. I'm free for everyone.
Oh.
And one thing that is difficult for us in level 3 and ready, and my phone got spoiled. When I called the house, they said they don't have money for me to buy a new hostel and one lady approached me. The person said, Emma, you look nice. Then I said, thank you. Then in a day I will come to our hostel and say the same thing. Emma, you have a nice body. I said, thank you. I wasn't think about the person is a lesbian. So one day the person proposed to me. Emma, I really like you. Then I said, hey, wow. Then I said, I don't understand. If you explain it to me, how can you like me? And I said, oh, Emma, I am into this. So can you join? Then I said, oh, me, no, I can't do that. He said, yes, I've not seen you coming with a guy. Then I said, oh, my boyfriend is in the house. So when you leave or when I leave, I can go to there. It doesn't mean that the person should come and visit me in the hostel. So the person realized that my phone was full. The next day, the person brought a phone and brought a break 1,000 Ghana cedi attached. He wants to give it to me. Then I was there and I said, hey, God, what should I do? Well, at that time, we were doing your project work. Me, my phone was full. Like, searching everything. I can't do it. So I sit down and think about it. I said, God, what should I do? Should I collect the money or should I collect the phone? Because at that time, I need it. I need money. There is no money from the house. Then, yes, the person still insists. Then I tell the person that if he did not stop, I report him to the father. And I say, oh, in my place. So if you are going to report him, I will stop. So this is how I found about it. But the thing is, I told father about it, and father to pray with me. So everything, you need to confide in anyone. Maybe the person that you know that, hey, this person is free. So when I share my story, or when I tell you everything, the person can hear and listen to me. Thank you.
Okay. I still stand for a question. Please, is it good, as you being leaders or alumni, is it good to date on campus?
Alright, so I will answer this one. I think it's not good to date on campus. That's my first answer. My second answer is it is good to date on campus. Alright, so when Emma was giving her submission about how after school pressure and all that, she made mention that you should plan. Alright, so for me, when I was going to school, I considered first of all my age, the time I will complete to school, the age, and then I also looked at my plans after school, the way I want my journey, after school journey to be. And I realized that relationships didn't come in the equation because it wouldn't add any value to where I want to get to. So don't let relationship or dating happen to you by accident. And yes, I want to then somebody proposed to you and then all of a sudden you are in love. No, that is no wisdom. That is not wisdom. It should be something you have thought through and then process it before you intentionally. The word is intentional. You intentionally enter into it. Is that okay? Yeah, so you should know yourself. You have come to school and 18 years. You want to marry at the age of 28. Are you prepared to date 10 years? Are you prepared to date 10 years? You see, you should think about all this before you go out and then what you date. What I would encourage is, as Fremont mentioned, have friendships. Mingle. That is how you are at church, you are in an department, you should have friends. Female friends, guys who are friends, just friends you socialize with here and there. Okay. But for commitment, I would say that you should have a timing, intentional plan about it. Let me talk to the guys. Now I want to talk to the guys. The first one maybe might be for ladies. For the guys, I'm telling you, the pressure after school is more difficult for guys. Hello? Hi. Somebody will not just give you a job because you are handsome. somebody can give a lady a job because she's beautiful, but nobody will give you a job because you are handsome. So it is mostly the pressure of the school is mostly difficult for guys. So when we are thinking of dating on campus, you should put factor all of that in the equation. Yes. Don't think that after school, after national service, I will land a job. Then the guy I'm dating on campus, the lady I'm dating on campus, you marry maybe first year, 2 years. Sometimes 5 years after school. Can't my program back. Yes, and it's the guys that feel the pressure so much. So please, you have to consider all this before you intentionally get into a relationship. Alright, thank you.
Thank you very much. Nice. As we are about to start, you mentioned one guest speaker who was not around, and now he is here. So we will then invite Mr. Bernard Atoteki. He was a member of IMCS Romana CCTU. So you're welcome once again. Today we are time with our alumni, and we are asking them questions about their life experience after school. So once you are here, we would like you to introduce yourself, and after that, if you have anything for us, then you have it. Thank you.
Alright, thank you. So permit me to stand. Thank you very much. My name is Bernard Atoteki, and I was 2015 organizer. 2015.
That was a number of us for
2014 organizer. Because I completed 2015. Yeah. So when I was here, I can't remember. I never liked church. I never liked church. And I wouldn't like to tell you to say something that is not true, so I'm going to go by the truth. So at that time it was Father Joe Mensah. We call him Joe Mensah. Yeah. So Joe Mensah will come. And my name is so interesting, Bernard Atoteki. So everybody was me. In fact, I was one of the most popular. And in my time, 2015, I was a SIC Chief Justice. Yes. I gained a lot of popularity. Although I was this quiet, when you see me in town, I look like I don't talk. Trust me, when you get into my corner, you get to know like really. So during those times, I'm a chorister and I'm an organizer. And you see this pillars here, during my time, that is what we did. The walling and the concrete, everything was during my time. And the painting, I was one who selected the color. And Joe Mensah will, when we went to buy this paint, this is broken white. The one that you see is broken white. When you paint it fresh, it looks a little bit whitish. But by the time it fades like this. So Joe Mensah will call you, because when we paint, it was not that nice. So when we added the second coats, the father came, I had very, very funny news. So during my second year, last semester, I started coming to church regularly. I started coming to church very, very regularly. And Joe Mensah would see you and would say, hey, so there's most people that got to know me in the church will call me Atoteki. But after school, it's a whole new ballgame. After school, it's a whole new ballgame. And when I tell you after school was a whole new ballgame, it is a struggle outside. Whatever you see will either make you or make you. And so the struggle began. As up to now, I'm telling you, some of my mates that I completed in 2015, they are not still working. But to the glory of God, I have even done my first degree and I've done my master's, and I 40 years, I'm done with my PhD. Then it's young company. And that is how I see my life. Because right from poly, once you are even attending poly, your family sees there is no hope in you. When they are counting their children, they will skip. Because the name poly alone is quite demoralizing. Can't you see? During my time, my uncle strictly told me that immediately after school, first 2 years, I got my first time. If you tell me to come to work 6 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I'm there. The rationalization, the conditioning of your head, that you have to change certain things in your life. It should be a prompt activity to your life. You need to change. Be quick to respond to that one. And trust me, I learned that one from here. St Mathew community changed me. It made me to become a hard-working person. I painted the whole of this line, whilst my colleagues were taking time to paint the glasses. When they were done, so I became more or less like, if you wanted to select the church past president, you would probably have selected me if I was coming to church from the 100. But they actually selected somebody who was every day punctual in the church. But they know that if they leave the church to me, take it home. Because after that time, my uncle has already told me that in school I don't need you. When I come, I go home. When I hear peace is coming, I come and write after I'm going home. Home was where I was finding peace. That is where my mother is. But when my uncle comes and meets me in the house, I say, I kind of want to go back. So after national service, I was chosen to Nursing and Midwifery Training College, Cape as a national service personnel. We were 22 in number. At the end of the national service for 1 year, I was the only one selected to stay there. I work. I can work from morning to evening. If my head falls off, I don't care. It was, when we went there, I asked them, here, how do people retain? When you're done with national service, how can you be here? They told me that nobody has been here. And I told them, hey, me, I'll be here. When I said it, my colleagues were laughing. They said, how can you are not the next. So how can you be in the nursing training? I said, in fact, I went to school every day. And the last 3 months of me being in school, the principal was just passing by, came to the school and they saw only me there. The students were roaming apart and I was sitting there quiet. He said, she went to my office and said, wow. I've been observing you. What is your name? I mentioned my name. I said, hey, madam, you know, friend and take. Also, George, Papa, and also a Dicky, and that. So every morning when I come from the house, straight, I go to the office. When I see her, I wait. She was monitoring like that. Before national service will end, in the last month is a leave for us, right? So the last 1 month, in August, the woman gave me appointments that I should see. It is one of the testimonies that I always tell. I always say, it is tough. Imagine being in the nursing training. Some tall, giant guy, you the guys understand what I mean, right? And just about going to what you was saying, what you buy in there, it is not an easy job. But you just have to be careful. Life has a very funny way of turning things around. So, when they picked me, there was a funny story that started. When they picked me, there was somebody that I was under. He was also there. One day, this principal said, when I give you work, you can do it. And you seem to be so good with the work, but your boss doesn't know anything to do. Okay. 3 months along the line, he transferred my boss outside to another school. Then he told me to fill in that position. Come and see. Have you been in the midst of ants before? Red ants. was replaced with him, they thought I have said something about my boss. Or how can an ordinary casual worker go and say something about his boss for him to transfer, then he will replace him? But when you are in the midst of women, if you do not die, you survive. If it is your wish to ever be in the nursing training, I will tell you that, my brother, you just have to concentrate yourself. Because the women, when they are lost like that, they can make you, So you are asking yourself, have they unmake me? When you come to my school, you get to know whether they have unmake me or they have made me. But the issue is, there's a whole lot of struggle in there. You just need to tune your head and frown, because people will say whatever that they want to say. The mouth itself is attacking you, and whenever you come to work, you go back to the house fully depressed. And depression becomes an everyday food for you, because the outside there, it is not fair. Everybody plays the ball as if there is no goalkeeper, and all of us, we chase the ball like that. When the ball is coming, we all follow it back. So it has been a whole lot of struggle. But trust me, there is one person that out of all these struggles, when you manage to always be closer, everything goes very well. And that person is what? God. In fact, for almost some weeks now, I've not been praying. In fact, I'm a Catholic by faith. I do Alpha Hour. And for almost some few months now, I've not been praying. And for some few months now, my life, it has been feeling like something. And the quick one is a general assessment of yourself every time that you see your life flying like that. You see, there are times that you become in your comfortable zone. Things are going well. And when things are going well, you get so carried away that you have to what? Pray. And so things begin to mess up. But the very moment you become self-conscious of yourself, then your awareness set in, things become okay. You can see that when I came, I've been here from the very moment that you start. I was actually talking about myself outside there. Because my wife is in the States, I'm in Ghana. And I'm adding more. And I also teach in the nursing training. My wife is in the US. She's in yes, and I'm also in Ghana teaching in the nursing training. You will see a lot of things, right? In your head, you are only seeing me as a ghost, right? It is. Ask yourself, we, the men here, if they give you all the women here, can you sleep with all of them? No. So you see how cats they chase fish, the head of the fish. You see everybody putting the head of the fish, but you when you go, drop like 7 head of the fish down and see how many the cat will pick. We are just like that. You will just pick one and leave. When that one finishes, before he comes back and pick one. So our life can be related to the activity that happens when a cat gets what? The fish. It doesn't mean that they have opened the floodgate for you to go and distribute. You will distribute and distribution will actually catch you. So I want to end here because I have other arrangements somewhere. I want to end here and tell you with a motivation that there is nothing that you set your eyes to that you cannot do. Without block 1, there can never be block 2. When you skip this block, you might think you have skipped it, but trust me, you come back to that block. That means you cannot cut corners in life. But with hard work, perseverance, and above all God, you make it, because there is nothing that is impossible for God. Keep that one here, because when you keep that one here, it will always serve as a motivation for you to what? Push it. Because I started from point. When I tell people that I'm in the nursing training and I'm teaching, they don't believe it. Nobody believes it. None of my friends. My asking, wow, what happened? But it is just by the glory of God and hard working. When I go to school and I leave there, everything comes to a standstill. It's because of not my strength, not this face that you see, not the height, not the stoutness, but it is just by what? Just by grace. So, thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Please, you mentioned your name, your hometown, and the program that you were in.
Okay, my name is Bernard Atunik. My mother is in Australia. I come from Romana. And I did HND accountancy. HND accountancy. Doesn't mean she will do HND accountancy. No. The reason why I did HND accountancy is when I was coming, I did business in school. So my mother and everybody, they told me to go to accountancy. Meanwhile, I don't like accounting. The way I suffered. School taught me how to be smart. 2009, when I came to school, I came to school 2012. 2013, 14, I left school to the military. I was enlisted, and I had, at that time, it was Romana who was the vice president. I had my people go from Romana straight. You know what? One day, when everybody was sleeping at night, when the recruits were sleeping, I picked my shoes and I was run away. And so the captain woke up and said, I know you ran away. So may God be with you. I ran away and I never looked back. Because the people that I met there, if they speak English, you'll be asking, hey, if they write and you see the handwriting, you'll be asking yourself, they never motivated you to them. Because I saw those people as people who have never been to school before. And they said, but my head is on my neck. It is working. It is functioning. My uncle wants me to go to the military because of my height. No, I have to come back. So, second semester, those who know me, they will tell you that when I came, we have written about, we were doing about 8 papers. We have written about 6 of them. I was left with 2 papers to come and write. And I've not learned anything. I set up dorm. Imagine coming to write an exams. I was coming to write law. Japazi. Do you know Japazi? Well, at the time, the person was teaching company law and all those stuff. Business Japazi. Now, Japazi's paper, when I came in, because I've not learned, when you get it, yes. Me, I had somebody to give me the question paper itself. It's not the answer paper. It's answer paper 9. One true. We know more about A4. Now, this is the 2. One we show you the other. Not just a one level. Other people so, but also show and incomplete. So we to teach. Relationship, my time, listen, you see how I say it, right? Yeah. But it's not saying I'm seeing young people. Like, me and what's a man move? They never got me. I wrote the paper, wrote the incomplete, everything was wrong. Now, when they were marking, they saw that word to word. Then the TA called me in the house. I've seen you. You have to come for this very committee. In fact, I was so I went to my mother and told my mother, said, we can copy all my children. I never lose hope. I came back to school, met the TA, and completed. That was my mind. Because as at that time, I could have left the school because the school has already given me problems. Meanwhile, soldier to have made driving Naka almost about a month and I pass out. But I love it. But here I am. Those my mates that went to the military, those that stayed there, when they see me or when I call them, they always make fun of me. That has been my trend. Alright, thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. God bless you. And you also telling me that you see there is something over there. Yeah. So we'll take it out. Thank you very much. Mr. Conscious, your couple is coming, so don't worry. Mr. Philemon. Okay, Mr. Philemon, rather. Sorry. Mr. Conscious. So, now you continue with what we were doing, and now is challenges and advice. This one, we are not going to ask you this from what you experience, the challenges that you experience, you advise this, so that you also not face the same challenge.
Okay, so I'm still waiting for the popcorn. Yes, it's part of the question, the answers. Yes. So I would say that what I have learned is life is not on a straight path as we wish it should be. And if it was to be on a straight path, it will be boring. It will be boring actually. So the rough parts that comes in, they are there to make life interesting and also to strengthen us as people. So if you find yourself in those situations, don't be so down to the point that you want to kill yourself. Like my instance, I know if it was to be someone else, I'm going to commit suicide just because someone has left you. Nah, you shouldn't get there in Jesus' name. Yes. And if it is a paper you have to write it again, don't kill yourself. Write it, okay, and you will pass and you move on. So those challenges, when it comes, accept that they are part of life. They make life interesting and also help you to grow. Then you overcome it and you move on. And we will all be great. We will all be great. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Philip.
Okay, so let me say this one first before I answer the question. So if you know any engineering students who needs a scholarship, can just lady, yes. A lady who needs a scholarship,
They didn't come. They didn't come.
Who is doing engineering course? Can be civil, like
They are not here. So they didn't expand. Yes, secretary. Civil.
With better grade. Because last year, I helped one of the students to get a scholarship, a full scholarship. So, coming to the question, I think it's all depends on you. How ready as you are. So my advice to you, as my junior brothers and senior brothers, is that you should be ready to face the world. You should be ready to learn new things. You should be ready to take advantage when it opens up. That's the first I'm feeling.
Okay, in this life, no matter what you do, the challenge will come. So the thing, you need to have a mentor. If the challenge comes, you can go and confront the person. Oh, this is what I'm facing. Even we can speak to our priest father. And I always say everything. Sometimes I call father, this is what I'm facing. This is the challenge. Sometimes I don't have money. Father will also give me pocket money. Please don't go to father for money. I beg. Don't go to father for money. But sometimes there's a challenge. You can go and tell him about it. Even our patrons, they are here. Now we have patron our church. In our time, we don't have any patron. The patrons are the executive and the members and the students. The elders, they don't come to church. They was not here. So you need to have someone that you can tell everything.
change.
Since you graduated.
Yeah. So, how has your perspective on your field or industry changed since you graduated?
Some of the this it is make it 10th grade so that you can decode it. Well, I think that I would say being out makes you strong. The opportunities that they've come my way as a result of the profession, okay, a lot is expected of you, and it depends on how you have also packaged and branded yourself. For instance, if I meet someone and they ask me, what do you do? At first I'll be like, oh, I'm now coming, as the confidence is not there and all that. And the moment I do that, they feel insecure with whatever that they want me to do. Now I don't do that. If you ask me what you do, what do? I come out direct. I tell you who I am. I started to look at the qualification I'm having. So I'll come out clear, let you know what I can do. If you are okay with the confidence and you think you need my service, you let me know. So I would say that the profession has made me gain more confidence, and also it has helped me to be precise with my communication. I don't talk much. I will say what is most important, what the people need to hear, and in doing that, you realize that it will translate into your personal life, your appearance, the way you think, the way you respond to situations. You realize that it is affecting all of that. And one thing I would also pinpoint is branding. If you want to do something for yourself or even be with someone, make sure you take your branding very serious, because the person that you are going to work for doesn't know you except what they see. They don't know what is inside you. They don't know whether you have the spirit of God or the spirit of the devil inside you. But they can tell you who you are by what they see. So make sure that you take your branding seriously. Don't do things as though you are not sure of what you are doing. And if you can't do anything don't sound like you can't do it at all. You can make recommendations. You can make suggestions. You can also take the opportunity and search for people who can do it, and then you do it together. Listen, I don't know how to do it. Listen, I don't know how to do it. When you do that, you block the chances that you have. So these are some of the few things I have learned in my profession. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So what I want to understand, when I went to where I'm working now, my boss sat me down to advise me. So I need just to be obedient, respectful. I thought he was joking. But through that, he has helped me to be a certified engineer. He has helped me to become a project manager. And he has helped me to get my master's in land surveying. So all because of one thing, I was selfless. So what I would advise you was not what if I have to pay for all those things, all I'm going to pay for all those things I have to pay. But through my selfless, I've been able to get all these things I just mentioned. So just be selfless. Or you know who you meet once you are moving forward. So anyone you meet on your way, just try to give that respect to the person the respect is due. You know who will help you in the future. Who will understand? Okay, so
alright, so I will add to what Consul just said. One thing I would say is that most of us take attachment, yeah. We take industrial attachment for granted. If you sometimes if you know whether what you are studying in school is rather shaping you, is really shaping you for example, the career I want to pursue in the future, you should know it, especially sometimes from where you do your attachment. Most of us, if they give us, let's say, attachment letter, we take it to where it is convenient for us. The places that are near to our houses and all that. If you know yourself, like Brother said, and you know the way you want to be seen after school, it should sometimes inform you even the places you want to do your attachment and the kind of people you seek to meet and then build what network with. I remember when I was, I think, second year or third year, myself and my roommate, who happens to be also my program mate, we wanted to go and do attachment. We went to Ghana Saskar service. When we went there, I think it was national service person who was there. That guy was watching movie. I looked at my friend and said, I cannot do my attachment at such a place. We went to Downwell, we were also saying some things. And later I went to Metro Head Retreat. And when we went there, the supervisor was like, are you ready for attachment? I said, yes, I'm ready. He said, I have a lot of work for you to do. I said, okay, we are ready. Can we start tomorrow? The woman was like, hey, we want to start tomorrow. If they come on Monday, I said, okay, that's fine. But when we went there, we realized that a lot of things that we were taught in class, they even have a system, right? Data analysis system that you are supposed to use it, and then it helps you to understand the theory better. Okay. So my friend was like, Charlie, we are not learning childhood. So now you know. You see, so choose the places you are going to do your industrial attachment very well. And then Kofi is talking about selfless and serving. If even the places that are attached to industry, you think it's not helpful, volunteer and go and do some things. If you work for money, you will continue working for money. But at some point, if you work without the intention of receiving money, money will find you and chase you. And that will only come when you have exhibited your talent and skills, and then people now see you and now want to commend you for better opportunities. Alright, thank you.
Thank you very much for your advice. Another question from this side.
Alright, thank you so much. So please, my question would be, as we are about to complete and enter into the work field, what are the challenges that we are going to face that most of us we are not aware of? I know you have been in the workplace for some time now, so I want you to emphasize on how you can deal with your supervisors, especially somebody who is quick-tempered and he always gives you pressure. How are you going to deal with that person, a new person in the workplace?
So this one I will use myself. I'm very friendly, a friendly person. And when it comes to my job, when you come to site, I'm not friendly. And the reason is simple. That is what gives me food. As it stands now, that's what gives me food. So I'm sure people as for Prezo, he has been seeing older men and all that, and sometimes you don't have any option than to shout on them. Sometimes it is not intentional as to disrespect them. But what influence that is you want results, and dealing with people, sometimes you just have to be extreme just to get the results. But then afterwards you have to know that even the culture we find ourselves in, you have to respect the elderly, and then someone who is ahead of you professionally and all that. So I would say that don't forget the reason why you are there. Because if, for instance, you are doing your national service, you have an intention of they retaining you, like what Mr. Dixon was saying, and then he says something and he gets offended, you like, Master, how can I create you? I know this degree number, you get it. Once you say that, you try to tell the person that Charlie, you cry, you are nobody, you get it. But if you understand your reason of being there, there's a way now, they say the Gen Zs, they talk about everything. There's a way you can maybe later approach your boss or something as a father, just to be expressive. If you think you can't do that maybe with time, okay, when you become a bit known to him, you can just talk to, oh, well, this one there, the way he talks to us, some way, just let the person be conscious of it. Other times, they will not respond because they know it is part of the training. And as I said, they put food on their table and they need results, so they have to act that way. So I would also recommend endurance for you. You have to endure small. Then when you gain mastery in whatever area you find yourself in, you can also maybe change the directive. You will not shout on someone, but you find a better way of getting the result. And then also, I would also say that don't intentionally be doing things that will let the person shout on you or disgrace you somehow. Because it might feel like this, they know that this block, if fall, they will still be laying the thing. You get it? Anybody at all knows that the thing is not going well, but they still want to lay and then maybe go. But you are the one, in charge, and you have to make sure the right thing is done. So when you come, you have to do what? Shout. You get my point? So you make sure that you don't put yourself in a position where it will force your supervisor to say something bad to you. And I believe that you will be good to go. I don't know what my mother was.
I'm sorry, though. I'm sorry, I have to walk from, when I was on campus, I have to walk from campus to UCC. Just for attention. Yeah, I walk from campus to First Gate, vice versa, each and every day. Because then we're on break. So I have to come. Sometimes when I go to sites, the client will give us money. My stress will just, I'm never this time. But now, the same person is not my subordinate. That's how life is. Now, if I get I decide to give him something. So it all depends. You have to get selfless. Anything that the person will just say, just keep quiet. Listen. So you have to pay attention. Maybe if you know what you are doing is right, the person is complaining. Don't worry. Just take advice. They are good to do.
Thank you.
Okay, I will use where I did my attachment. I did at Sunbridge Hotel. And that place, when they see you are doing internship, there's a lot of work that you are going to do. Especially say they are having conference day. You are in the kitchen, you carry their food to the upstairs. I was doing all of so one guy met me and said, are you a worker here? I said, no, I'm doing it. I said, hey, and you are doing good though. But that time the person dashed me some money. The little thing that you do, at least you can get something from anyone. So the thing is, like, when you're doing something, do it, like, open your heart, like, you are doing it for yourself. You're not doing it for them. At that time, they are workers there. They say you are doing internship. And internship, if they say do this and you know do, your supervisor come, they will complain to you. When you come to it, you will not do it. So it's better for you to do everything. I was doing everything, then I said, once I'm in the house, I just do like cleaning, going to the room, cleaning there. I said, hey, so this work is easy for respect everyone. Then some people, they will say something to you, if it doesn't take care, you will say something that at the end you regret it. So the thing is, whatever that they say, you just forget about it. You want what you want. This is the reason why you go there, and at the end you will get something.
Thank you very much. Yes, this one, let me add this real quick, okay? Some of the bosses too, they do that intentionally, just to see your level of endurance and maturity. Thank you. They do that intentionally, yes. So there are some people students that we have, okay? I have done that, so now I know who to ask to do something at a particular point in time. And when I was doing my attachment too, I had a similar experience. And what happened was that after the attachment period, we had some students from Tech and the human at the same place, and we were supposed to give us certificates. I was the only person among them that they signed my certificate for. The remaining ones, they didn't give it to them. They said they were disobedient and all that, a whole lot of company. So I even completed mine, say today. And then the following day was the day they were supposed to give us the certificate. So I didn't go to work. They gave it to someone to bring it to me. Okay, so just an ice on the how do you say it? The ice on the cream. The cake, yes. Some of them do that intention, so just take note of it.
Thank you very much. My question is. It is my personal question. You see, I did some online course in that safety. So after the course, you graduate the college for activity as a captain for graduation. So after the graduation, they give us internship letter to go for internship. So they were consulting new level based at December where they did the blue water guard graduation. Yeah. So I was doing my internship as safety officer over there. But over the weekend, when it is pay weekend, the drivers they go in for some alcohol and other stuff. So Monday, when they come, you have to do the alcohol test before you give them the key to go to Paris for their works and other stuff. So there was one of these projects manager called Kuma. He's an Indian. So one day there was the alcohol test, and one driver says Saturdays they sign your room or no Casablanca what's it. So I corrected the key. Say Uncle Fee, Uncle China and say and sign it anyone. Then you come for the key. Is that okay? The one also what's if you need to pay the money at TF. So I went to the house and he came up on top and he gave me 500 cedis. That's what intention came out with. I'm just there, you know, they are not paying me. So I take the money and I reported to my boss. And my boss actually said, before what you have this kind of range. Now I'm fucking around. And so when I said, I'll contribute here, and this scary. So we can share my discount. So on this note, about this, I'll send you this kind of answer as a solver. And second one, you don't be a contract as a hotel, you be an electrician, so hotel a man contract. But estimate or year, Pani not the man, or estimate now, hotel or cassette or any tranking, hotel or any tranking. So the man was saying on pet tranking. Now, Wakas can be or the son and he's got coffee, not he's got coffee. And already now he has spent half of the money. So I'm first started the man. So the man also saw me. No, actually say, "Open the one. The one where my tea Yes, I think every man, you go to open it, the man is not paying me, but maybe some people say, or this kind of man, coffee. And I'm stopping saying every man. Then now the man is calling himself, remember now, to reach your car. And coffee to say himself, say, because you man one, or the, or like, and the man also is calling himself, remember I tell you man now, you pay me the scan and everything, which you on this note, and I said, oh, since I'm home, where you can move.
Okay, thank you. So with the first one, you said you went for a safety training.
Yeah.
And then you were posted to do attachments. So first of all, you are supposed to exhibit safety lifestyle there. Now you know, I recently I've also done a safety course, so I know what I'm saying. You know how risky it is for what do you call it, a driver on site to be under the influence of alcohol.
Yeah.
He can kill anybody at all. And I think first of all, the system there is weak because where I did my internship like this, Goldfields, they have the blower. When you get to the entrance, you have what do you call it? It's like an access card, like the biometric, the ATM card. So when you get there, you blow into the, yes, like a balloon. When you blow and there's alcohol, the system itself will not give you access to enter the mine. So it is not you that they are going to give you 500 cedis. You have sacked yourself at the entrance. That is how it works there. But in your case, that if you have to have integrity and then yes. So you I think that you have to advise the person on the risk involved in you allowing him to work under the influence of alcohol. You just take the money out. Whether you taking the money, it is integrity something. But you have to know let the person know how bad it is to be under alcohol influence and then be driving on site. So first of all, you feel as a safety personnel there. Yes. And then to the second question, our profession, you know, we have all the tribes, the traditionalists, Christian and all that, and people can do things. What you said, I have seen some before. A Tyler, he was misbehaving. So as someone, he got someone and they will let the person work. By the time you realize now why a CV and all that, they've done things. Okay. So people do things. I would advise that the best way is always you consult the person first, the one that the work was given to originally. Let the person talk to the clients. There should be an agreement. Always don't forget this. There should be an agreement between the clients and then the person that they're giving the work to before you come in. Don't say that the client said he will pay you, so you are going to do it. Else they will kill you. Okay, thank you.
Your advice to the second one, partner, don't do. Only if the first person is agreed, but will do. If not, no amount the owner will give you, don't even try. And you know, like Ghanaians, black mentality. We just do the full placement.
Okay, thank you. My question is just simple. From the start, you have mentioned mentor. So, about 3 weeks ago, I had an opportunity that I have to take a decision on. I had an opportunity about 3 weeks ago that I have to take a decision on. But then, it became very difficult for me to take the decision myself. So I have to ask my mentors. So first I put it before my parents, my spiritual dad, and then my mentor or my boss who I'm working under. So later the question came back to me that in the corporate world, the final decision have to come from you. You have to make the final decision. So I want to ask, in this case, that you find yourself so difficult to take the decision, that is why you go to them and then this have come back to you again. What are you supposed to do?
Thank you. question. Now, the reason why we are asking you to have mentors is not for them to decide for you. Mentors don't decide for you. They only guide you and give you perspectives. At the end of the day, you have to make your own decision. So there are some people they have the view that if my, let's say you're spiritual dad, if my spiritual dad says something, I will do that. I'm supposed to do it. I will do it. No, you don't live life like that. Even God does not deal with you like that. God always expects you to take responsibility for your own life. Even though He has placed teachers and overseers over you, He still wants to deal with you directly. So, just as you mentioned, it's not just in the corporate world. In every sphere of life, you have to make your own decisions. There was an adage in tree that said, yes. Now that is Akan. That is Akan. There was a Japanese proverb in the same sphere that says that so that is what mentors do. So they say that someone said experience is the best teacher, but should it be your own experience? No. Mentors are there to guide you and open your eyes to some reality that you may not have paid attention to. But at the end of the day, you have to still make your own decision. So the reason why I think you are struggling is because you are struggling to make the decision because you are trying to relinquish that to them. That they will say, do this so that you do. No, that is not the work of mentors or counselors or whoever. If you're protecting under someone, they are supposed to guide you, open you wide, open your eyes wide to some realities. But at the end of the day, you still have to make that decision. You get it? Yes.
Okay, thank you. What I'll add to that is this favorite scripture of mine, Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 to 6. I'm reading from the Amplified version, okay? It says that trust in the Lord. Trust in and rely confidently on the Lord with all your heart, and do not rely on your own insight or understanding. The verse 6 says that in all your ways, and I want you to underline all. In all your ways, know and acknowledge and recognize me, and He will make your path straight and smooth. And they've put in the parenthesis, okay, removing obstacles that block your way. So I want you to meditate on that scriptures, okay. Our meeting, I think it has been more of a practical than the spiritual. There are some decisions that is beyond your physical capacity. You need a spiritual strength. Me, I have a similar experience when I was coming to school, where I was working. I was working as a mobile banker. Let me just, I don't know what's mobile banking. I was working as a mobile banker. Then I bought a form and I had admission. Just when I had the admission, the bank said they want to make me a teller because like I'm a good worker and all that. And who doesn't want to be a teller? I mean, I was imagining myself in suits and computer, the stuff. I was confused. At first, I admitted that I would become the teller, and then I prayed. So I was praying, I was confused, praying, and I received the word, consider your way, set your mind on what has come to you. Now it's then later. Yes, so when I received the word, I knew, okay, from the interpretation of the word, that whatever decision I will make, God will support. But then He showed me the end of both decisions. So He still gave me the choice. But I knew that whatever decision I make, He will support. So if it were to be you, which one will you choose? The best one, right? Yeah, the best decision, right? So I went straight and I told my boss with all confidence that I don't want to be the teller. Come and see insults. You are not serious. You are giving me this opportunity. By the time your friends complete school, you have a TV, you have a deck, you have all that. I'm like, oh, Charlie, it's true, but sorry. I have by God's grace. So that is it. Sometimes it is beyond the physical. You have to approach it this way. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll be the last person. This one, I will go straight to Prezo. My question is, you are doing your own business or you are in your own firm. My question is, what motivated you to enter into that area, and how did you also do it, and how are you still trying to sustain it? What motivated you to establish your firm, and how did you go about it, and what is motivating you to do more to sustain that firm?
Well, I think the first motivation is funny, but I have to say it. You know, Makenji will come and he said, so what is your purpose? And I said money. So what is your name? He said money. So at first it was the money. I have to be honest with you. I started with, just as I said, the drawing small. And I saw the small money I was making. It's like, oh, Charlie, the thing is good. I can, make more. So at first, I was moved by that. And of course, I have interest in doing soft work. Yes. So I was moved by how much I was making. It wasn't like I was moved by that. But then, somewhere along the way, when we constructed, I think it was a fence wall. Yeah, a fence wall or something. Yes. And the thing was, we completed the project and I saw it. I just felt I am contributing to life. You get it? It just dawned on me that no, this place was open. Now it has been enclosed. Or this structure was not there. Now you are bringing out ideas to make this structure be there. And it is not just going to be there. Human beings are going to live in it. People are going to make history. Give back. You get it? So it dawned on me that the thing is beyond money. So that was when I had a shared purpose. One, to survive. And then two, making, adding value to the society. And then along the way, I realized that people come and then let's say they come to work and then you give them money, you pay them. So I am also helping someone to survive. You get it? So when I noticed that, I began to realize that my importance as in to grow the thing is also growing by day. If I don't get work, someone will not have a place to sleep. I am not contributing to life, and definitely someone is not going to eat. And last of all is when we had attachment students. Charlie, I was like, hey, so it means that the small knowledge that I have, someone is also coming to tap and grow on it. So what is keeping me is how life is revolving, okay, and the whole thing is growing with time. It is still a young company because I'm young and people in are all young, but the impact, not just the money as it was at first, the impact is helping us to do more. And also, the challenges that we face makes us to want to come out with more strategies to make life easy. For instance, at first, estimate, we have to sit down, write, do calculations. That one, someone will come and be like, these people, they are serious. Then we realize that can't there be a smart way of doing it? You consider maybe some online templates, you do some editing and all that, you get your own template. Next time at the comfort of someone will ask you, Papa, just key in the major things and then you get the outcome. You get it? So how the thing changes makes you also appreciate your value in the society and in someone, and we tend to let it go. And I will also not underestimate the importance of teamwork.
matter whether it is an artisan, it's an attachment student, or whoever, we accept it and then we go together. At the end of the day, they will see that there was these people that did it. So yes, that is what I will say. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Philemon, Mr. Kofi, and Madam Emma. God return bless you. Now we are now with the questions. We just want you to give us your answer. What you have so far, what you saw during the question and answer. So as they are saying, ladies first, so we start with Madam.
Okay, I want to say thank you to everyone. Okay, I want to share something small. I have a mission. In my mission, I have 3 things. 1, determination, focus, and achieve. That's the 3 things that always I'm going with. Every time it's in my mind. What do you want to do? This is what you want to do. You need to be focused. You need to have purpose about it. And after that, focus. This is what you want to do. No matter what, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do in the future. This is what I want my parents to be proud of. And after you focus, you need to be achieved. You need to reach your destination. The thing that you put together for you to reach that destination. All things be on you. So this is what I want to leave it with you. Thank you.
So that will be everything is possible. So first have the confidence, the determination, everything is possible. So you just have to go for it. If the thing is there, just go for it. Make obstacles. Don't let that obstacle stops you from reaching your goal. Just go for it. Everything is what possible. So it will be fine.
Thank you. Please don't you refill the popcorn. So what I will also add is, in all your ways, God. In all your ways, God. In all your ways, God. And grace is real. Favor is real. In all your ways, God. In all your ways, God. And grace is real. Favor is also real. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You will then call the president to give us the vote of thanks. Let me give that thing one.
Facts. Oh, facts. So, first of all, we thank God for this inspirational moment that we have had. Again, we will thank our guest speakers, engineers. Don't worry, it will come. So we will thank our engineers and our dear Miss Emma Smith. Let's give it up to them. In fact, they have shared their experience a lot to us, and we have learned from it. And we thank our very own Sir Amen. God bless you too. Again, it goes to all of us. Upon the weather, we were able to come here and have this program, and has waited to the end of this program. Let's give it up to ourselves. So we thank all of you, and God bless all of you for coming. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Please, let's take note of this. Tomorrow is Society Dinner. Post a picture of your society. You are not coming here as you did on Monday. You are not coming here as you did on Monday. Post a picture of your society on Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, all the social media, and tag any of the groups that we are in, the past group, so that you know what is going on. And secondly, those that want to join for the house cottage, kindly see the financial secretary and register. And also interested members who wants to get their apostles to see the financial officer too. On this note, we bring the program. So Friday is movie night and popcorn to be available. So you sponsor that one, okay? Thank you very much. So you bring the program to an end and you shall then call our brother Alex to pray for us as the closing prayer. Let's give our feet as
Please, we are praying. Father, Lord, we thank you this evening. We thank you for how far you brought us, O Lord. We started with you and we are ending with you. Father, we have learned a lot from our brothers, from our leaders here, O Lord. Father, we pray that whatever we learned here, let it be a good impact in our lives. And whatever experience they have shared with us, O Lord, may it have a good impact in our lives, in our academics, in our journey life. Father, as we are going, we soak ourselves into your hands. May your kingdom open for us this evening, and may your reign be with us, O Lord. This we pray in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Go to the hotel, please. Have a good night. Tomorrow is